Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we're discussing which franchise we think Disney should purchase next. Here with me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
Well, we all know Disney most recent purchase was LucasArts Films.
Star Wars, most notably.
Which included Star Wars and Indiana Jones and I think a bunch of really small.
Probably
Strange Magic. And then prior to that, their next biggest purchase was Marvel and the Marvel world.
And prior to that, it was Pixar.
And then prior to that, it was Pixar. So they've done well, okay?
Yeah.
Some may say.
Successful purchase, a good strike rate.
Yeah. So if you want to kick us off and suggest what do you think this next purchase should be?
This one is a pretty natural fit to me. Nintendo.
No, that was on my list.
Oh, was it?
That's a great idea.
All right. Right. The reason it works so well, it's got that family-friendly edge.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nintendo. As much as some people will disagree, they're wrong about this. Nintendo have the most iconic, or the greatest number of iconic video game characters.
Yeah.
A lot of them are long overdue for a film, for sure, and a lot of them could work either animated or live action as well.
Yeah.
Something else that I'll say. I remember when the purchase of Lucasfilm went through, and there was this photograph of Mickey Mouse, like the mascot Mickey Mouse, in Jedi robes, holding like a lightsaber, and people were like, "That's it, I'm done. I'm never gonna watch Star Wars again. The world's over."
Yeah.
And then like 4 years later, they're like, "Whoa, what a fantastic revival of the franchise I love so much." So there would be naysayers. The other thing about Nintendo is that Avengers style, all these characters can come together in a sort of Smash Bros-esque film.
Yeah.
It's just like an incredibly natural fit. You obviously agree.
Oh, totally agree. You know, you got Legend of Zelda that could easily be a film. Less so the Mario Brothers, but you know you
could do an animated film for sure.
You can do a kind of U rating. Films for that.
Absolutely.
And then you've also got
Pokemon, Donkey Kong.
Oh, there's too many.
You got Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, but there's a bunch of them they could work with.
For sure.
Star Fox. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to think of all the Smash Bros ones.
All
Smash Bros.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Bloody Kirby, mate. Yeah.
Kirby. Loads. I totally think so, and it also give Disney an arm into the video game industry.
For sure. The other good thing about this is, do you know Disney Infinity, the game Disney Infinity?
Yeah.
Right, where you get those little figures and you like beep them into the game. Do you know about Amiibo?
No.
So Nintendo have basically their own version called Amiibo, where it's these little figures of Nintendo characters and you beep them into the game.
Yeah.
That crossover, the crossover of that demographic is unreal.
Captain America versus Kirby would be great.
Yeah, featuring Jack Sparrow and the guy from Tron, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe, why not? Yeah.
But yeah, all right. I'm glad we agree on this.
Yeah.
You go next.
Yeah, sure. My next one was, it was meant to be Nintendo, but Lego. I know Warner Brothers currently own it.
Right.
But the kind of trend, other than Pixar, has been to buy a big franchise where they can easily sell toys. They make way more money from the toy selling than they do from the films. And Lego is one of the biggest toys.
Mate, if Disney bought Lego, they would have a monopoly on childhood.
Yeah. Someone might have to step in and say, okay, that's too much.
Probably God, at that point, the only person powerful enough.
Yeah. But I think Disney could do it. They could take it off Warner Brothers. If Warner Brothers doesn't have as strong as a year as they hope, or if there's new sequels
I think it would take
for Lego,
a few years
for them to, or it's a case that they trade one of the older Disney. I don't think Disney would do that. I think they hold on to everything they have. But
I think need to let anything go.
No. But yeah, I think Lego would be the winner.
Yeah, and there is like an automatic crossover of all those Disney films that already have Lego sets. Yeah. So you know that they talk. They're lawyers. They talk.
Yeah, and they both benefit. But if it was all Disney, then you could see every single Disney property being made a Lego version and sold at extortionate rates.
I think that already happens.
Yeah, yeah, but a bigger cut for Disney in this case. Yeah. Your next one, please.
Okay, it's very similar. Hasbro.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean,
I've seen this suggested a lot.
Have you? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. Hasbro have already had a bunch of their stuff made into films. Transformers is the most notable one.
Battleships.
Battleship, that is long overdue a revival. Even Ouija was Hasbro.
No,
yeah. So maybe they wouldn't go down that road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's just all those. It's basically all those things from your childhood or your parents' childhood. Lots of people's childhoods. That are just. And I am one of the few people who is kind of a defender of the Transformers franchise, but it could be done a lot better. Let's face it.
With the Disney touch to it, it would be insane.
That Disney magic.
Yeah.
And I feel like they wouldn't be afraid to look how out there Disney have gone with Marvel.
Yeah.
Now imagine them with Transformers doing just no humans.
Yeah.
All on Cybertron. I want to say Cybertron.
Yeah.
Like on all Transformers cast. Like that's what everyone wants, really.
Oh, that'd be great.
And yeah, just whereas I feel like Paramount, who makes it at the moment, I think. Transformers.
It is Paramount.
Yeah, they
sold them Marvel before, so why not have their next biggest franchise?
Bloody do it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, great idea. Absolute great idea. I can't argue with that one. Let's hear your next one.
I'm gonna save have I just stolen all of yours? Okay. Ubisoft. Yeah, so I was trying to think of video game companies that are
a bit mature, perhaps.
Yeah.
Sam Fisher and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but the thing that kind of most got me with it is there is a theory. I think it started, or at least most notably was said by Game Theory. Matt had a Game Theory about how all of the Ubisoft games are in one universe.
Okay.
And Disney have a track record of doing that.
Yeah.
So there's, or not, maybe not all of them, but at least Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and Far Cry. About how they're all. I'm not going to go into it now.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And also, give Prince of Persia another go. Don't cast Jake Gyllenhaal.
No.
But, and yeah, it just seems like there is the side of it being a bit mature, but then they've also got Rayman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Splinter Cell. All the Tom Clancy stuff might have to be off the table.
Hold, yeah.
Or
Disney Plus. Or
Disney presents Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work. But yeah, and I think that they... Although obviously Assassin's Creed is being developed at... I don't know, actually. It's not Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's by Ubisoft have kind of made their own production company.
I believe so.
Or ish. Yeah. So they do half of it. So they just bought them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I can't disagree with that one. Along with the same theme of Nintendo, gaming industry, I think it's growing to a point where bigger companies like Disney should recognise and perhaps want to purchase. And then you could see Warner Brothers then buying, I don't know, like Blizzard, Activision or something. If they could afford them.
That's a weird one. Who's got more bargaining power than that?
Oh, wow.
As soon as the time that they bought Candy Crush, they just became unstoppable.
Yeah. Speaking of Candy Crush.
Oh, God, here it goes.
No.
Okay. Okay,
no.
Right. I'm glad.
My next suggestion is a bit out there. Cinema. Now... Ooh. So, I'm just thinking of whichever is the biggest cinema chain. Probably I think AMC may be the biggest in America. In the world, I'm not sure, but buying or starting a cinema chain. You don't think AMC?
I think it's UCI. That's like a massive conglomerate that covers you. It's not important.
But whoever is the top one for Disney to purchase it, and because it used to be the way that both the filmmakers also owned the cinemas.
Yeah.
There used to be a Warner Brothers cinema. I used to go to that when I was younger. And there used to be like an MGM one and stuff like that.
Sure.
And they kind of stopped it because it was easier to just make films and get someone else to do all of that garbage.
Makes sense.
But I feel like if Disney was able to buy a massive...
ready built with 1,000 sites sort of thing. Yeah.
Ready built. They can add a Disney spin to it as well. and to really invest into new technologies and to really harness what the films they're making, have full control of how they're displayed.
Yeah.
And they would care more, the kind of incentive at the moment for cinemas is, well, as long as you do a alright show, people buy your expensive
food. As long as there's a seat and a film, people go.
Whilst if Disney say they bought the next, the biggest cinema chain, then they could drastically lower costs for ticket prices and for...
I mean, they wouldn't, but they could.
They could, yeah.
They could cut a third straight off.
Yeah, because that would normally be their cut, and they could cut drastically the food prices because they're making all their money from the ticket sales. So it's this kind of more horizontal integration of it, that they're able to make the film, and they're able to sell it straight to viewers, and then perhaps they're able to have the DVD sales being there. So, think how many Disney films, you could have just Disney filmed cinemas that people will go to every weekend. How many Disney films are there?
And they could, in times when there aren't films coming out, they can replay
Aladdin. No one's going to watch that. Yes, they are.
Like the Lion King 3D. Just release all of those films in 3D, people will go. Yeah, that's a really good idea. The other thing... Right, people go to the cinema. If they queue for 7 minutes, they're unhappy.
Okay.
People go to Disneyland. If they queue for 2.5 hours, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." So they know, Disney know how to handle big queues, which they would get on opening night of.
And they know how to handle events, and they can. It's their product.
The Disney magic. Imagine going to see a film and bloody Goofy walks past you. You're going to be like, "That's bloody Goofy."
Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of more than that. You can just be... Would you rather see the next Avengers film at, a local cinema chain which displays a bunch of other films and they advertise a bunch of other films there, or go to your nearest Disney cinema where they're like, this is the biggest film and this is the only film we care about for the next 2-3 weeks.
For a third less of the price.
A third less of the price, dirt cheap food because they don't care, because they're making all the money anyway. All of it is going straight to their pocket.
100% of the profit is going to Disney.
And then you go there and the whole thing has been turned into like a helicarrier or something like that. Or like they've redesigned the whole thing to look like Avengers Tower.
Yeah, or the whole foyer is like a whole complete walk-through experience.
And then equally they can have, Robert Downey, you right, going to a few cinemas, just pop your head in. Like, yeah, sure, well, I'm under contract.
How would you like to earn $1 million in a day? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
And they could easily make this a huge event across all of their cinema chains where they redesign them and people go to these kind of cinema chains. And again, Disney would be making more money. I don't know why I'm helping them, but yeah.
I know. Mate, not that I was not sold on it at the start, but you've completely convinced me. My ideas were all stupid.
In all comparison, you
just rock up at the cinema. It's bloody Nintendo. Everywhere.
It would be insane. If
Wolverine holding Pikachu. Perfect. It wouldn't be Wolverine, would it? That was a bad choice.
Well, it could be animated Wolverine, yeah.
True. It could and would.
But you know what I mean? They can, and it's a kind of merger between their stores, so they could be selling Marvel comics in one section, selling Disney store toys in another section, Star Wars toys in another, and what are we watching today? Aladdin. And then there's where they can merge it with their theatre performances, so that you have live theatre, like they have a theatre screen, and they're like, we've got Peter Pan in there this week. We've got a bunch of actors to play out Peter Pan. That'll be £70 straight to us. Thank you.
Oh man, I don't know why they haven't done this already.
There's probably a reason. Yeah. Maybe legally they're not allowed to.
It's too much of a monopoly.
Yeah.
Or just the cinema chains don't want to sell.
Well, yeah. Anyway,
you never know.
You never know. Great. Well, if you're done with yours,
mate, I can't top that.
Yeah, thank you. If you guys have any suggestions, what you think Disney should, what their next big purchase should be, do let us know in the comments below. I've been James Forbes.
I've been Todd James.
Bye.
I think, that's probably going to be the biggest one of the year. There are some cool characters in the prequels.
Machines plugged in to believe that they are the machines who have the humans plugged in.